guys, welcome back to the Community Cares Podcast. I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, and I have the honor of being the president of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And I'm really excited about our guest today. One thing I've been talking to Dave about, we've been really just wanting to get the younger generations involved in supporting clothing security. And so we're really starting to see an uptick in being able to raise funds for our movement and be able to be on some venues that are really exciting and hip and cool. And
cool? Are you saying I'm not hip and cool?
Oh, we're older dads now, bro.
What? Wow.
No, bro, I'm just saying, there's a lot of seniors who support our cause because they see the value, but, we're starting to pick up with partnering with Eddie House. And
now you're going after our donors?
Oh, they're amazing. I just want to see younger people involved. So without further ado, I'll let her introduce herself.
My name is Emma Ashley. I am the younger generation. But yeah, I'm just really involved in the community. Put on a lot of really great shows in Reno. I worked with really great venues, so I was really excited when I heard about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, and yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here and doing what you do. It's really important. So, so we're doing an upcoming concert. Is that right, Emma?
Yeah, we have a concert. It is called Strung Out Folk Fest, and it'll be over at the Holland Project on Thursday night, 7 p.m. The beneficiary is, of course, Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, so it's going to be fun. There's a lot of really great folk artists. They're all local. They're all really excited and really talented, so it should be a really, really fun event.
So for older dads like me, what is a good outfit? What's the dress code?
I mean... You can wear whatever you
want.
Dress code. Yeah.
Dress code.
It's all ages.
Just making sure.
Holland Project is always all ages.
That's great.
So anyone can be there to support.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited for the show. Thank you so much for even just coming and being here tonight. It's a lot of fun. As you guys know, we announced that we're doing a new format for our podcasts. We're trying some new things. Going to release it a day later so we can prepare a little bit better. So thank you for sticking with us and being a part of this journey to be able to help provide hope and dignity to those in need every single week, every single month, and every single year.
And this is episode 98, you said, or 97?
98.
98, man. Wow. That's almost 2 years. We're getting close.
Yeah, and I do want to say this. We're going to say this at the beginning and the end of every episode. Thank you, Shelley's Hardware, for being our first sponsor.
A big sponsor, too. Thank you so much. And it's because of viewers like you sharing our podcast and listening on Spotify and all the many areas that we release this on. But really, it makes a huge difference. Just driving awareness about nonprofits, it's so critical.
And, Shelley's Hardware is awesome. If you've been inside there, it's fun. It's local.
And gotta support local.
Pat did an excellent job. He was on our show last week and just explaining the history. I can't believe they were in I didn't know there was an airport over here. Did you know there was an airport over here?
Back in the day, yeah.
I didn't know.
My grandma and grandpa lived right down the street, and my grandpa would tell me about the hangar that used to be right there where Fondue Piercing used to be, next to Shelley's Hardware. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, he was telling us that story and how Shelley's Hardware was originally in a airport hangar bay.
Wow.
So.
And they got some cool shirts. Did you see that? The Shelley's Hardware shirts with the hangar
I did see that.
He's going to get
cool.
a bunch made. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, I got to go pick one up.
We got to support.
Yeah. And not only that, there's other bigger stuff. Pat is a great musician, and he's in a local band that's doing really well in the community. And I can't announce specifically what it is yet, but they're going to be doing something for us as well. So great things coming. Big announcements coming. Our ribbon cutting 2 weeks ago went well down in Carson City. And I filmed the entire thing. And after, when I reviewed the footage, guess what it looked like?
What?
Blurry.
You're kidding me.
No, the entire thing was blurry.
So that was on a Saturday, and the next day was my birthday, right? Was that the day
before
my birthday?
Yeah, so it came to your birthday, right?
Dave posted
I saw
this
that
photo
on Facebook. I actually saw that. before I met him, and nobody came to your birthday.
And you know what was crazy is people believed it, and a bunch of people reached out and felt sorry for me. It was so embarrassing. I had people say, "I didn't know you were having a birthday party. I'm so sorry." I was like, "Dang."
That's funny.
I look
That
like
is
the
funny.
kid from It, like holding. You know,
I know it's great. I love it. And Nika and I looked at it. We're like, "That's the caption." No one came to Chaz's birthday.
It's all fun and
funny.
games.
Till someone get hurt. No, till someone gets hurt. Yeah, no, it's definitely was a great event. Thank you so much. The mayor of Carson City came out. Thank you for that, and everyone else that came to that. It was a really good event.
You know, I was the most impressed with. That's the first time I had the opportunity to meet some of those volunteers that actually run the closet, and they were so passionate. They were so excited to have that resource available and to be able to be there weekly to support those families that are coming. And
Yeah.
I mean that we're made by our volunteers, and it just says a lot about what we do. And I love that. I love seeing people's hearts like that.
No, you're right. I mean, without volunteers, there is no Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
Nope.
Absolutely not. Like, and also people that donate clothing, and also people that donate financially, and which brings us to Emma Ashley. Why did
Speaking
you?
of your grandma.
Why did you really want to promote and fundraise for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet? And I mean, first off, thank you. Thank you for your
of
hosting the
course.
event.
Yeah.
And at the Holland Project and working with the Holland Project on that. I think that's great, and I love that venue. It's so fun and intimate. But what drove you to want to do that?
Well, when I first started, doing events and looking at different venues to host events at, I knew there had to be, some kind of way to give back in, some way to different community organizations. Originally, we were donating a lot to just different shelters that helped with, youth specifically, like Eddie House, which is an amazing organization.
Love them.
Oh yeah, they're one
Yeah.
of our partners.
Oh, they're great. And then my grandmother, in passing, was telling me about how she's been donating clothes to this, Sparks location of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. So from there, I just looked at your Instagram and I kind of started to gain some understanding of what you do.
You looked at our Instagram. I
Instagram,
can't
you
log
never-
into it.
You
Never
can't?
post
I
it.
wondered. I'm like, this is not an up-to-date
You're
social
right. It's
media
not
page.
because ever
Yeah.
since I started, I couldn't log into our Instagram.
We can work on that.
Oh, you can help me.
I
with
can help
that?
you with that.
All right.
But yeah, I just saw from there and realized this would be a great place to start benefiting from these events.
Yeah.
So, we met through there and it's been great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, thank you, and thank you for just making that happen. I think I remember the poetry night. I saw it because I'm friends with the owner of Coffee and Comics. Alex is a good guy, and he reposted it, and I saw it. I'm like, oh, you guys are doing a benefit for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet? He's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we didn't talk to you about that.
I do remember that. I was like, oh, this got posted, but I haven't actually reached out to Dave.
Right.
No,
It
worked.
was funny. I was
It
like,
was great.
okay, great, awesome.
awesome.
And so I
Yeah.
was like, hey, can I set up a table and maybe come or something?
Like, yeah, that was a really fun night.
That was-
got to see
yeah.
a lot of talented poets, and it was a lot of fun.
Very, very creative event, and it was fun. So
It
yeah,
has the
thanks. for that.
best strawberry shortcake latte. It's so good.
There,
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really random, I know, but it's amazing.
I'm not a latte guy.
Oh, sorry.
I don't.
Snobby.
I know. I'm terrible.
I'll try it. I'll try. Don't worry. I'll try it.
Alex, that was
You
one
like
of the first
strawberry
things.
shortcake, though? Okay, good.
I actually do.
Strawberry shortcake. I don't like strawberry shortcake. You like it?
I loved
Too
it.
sweet for me.
Oh, it was really good.
Okay, all right, that's good. We all have tastes.
No judgment. Jeez.
Right, I didn't judge it, so we all have tastes.
Oh,
Poor Chaz, he's put up with this. I mean, put up a like. If you like this video, like it for Chaz's sake.
please,
He-
nobody
he
showed
is-
up to my birthday. Oh,
Share, like, without you, the listener and viewer, we really don't. There's no reason for us to do this, but for some reason, you guys keep coming back. You keep watching this and listening to it. Maybe it's because I make jokes about Chaz. Maybe it's because no one came to Chaz's birthday, and you wanted to see the result on why no one came to his birthday.
I'm so glad we can laugh about it.
So why did no one come to your birthday, Chaz?
Because I was at a ribbon cutting in Carson City. Oh,
Just kidding. People
No.
did come to that.
But our cliche, back to the show, our cliche saying is be the change that you want to see in the world. So let's hear more about Emma and what drives you to help give back? What has kind of been ingrained in you? Where did that come from? There's always a personal story there usually.
Yeah, I mean, I think just growing up and seeing how heavily involved my family has been directly with the community, even just my dad, that with the amount of events he did growing up through Art Town and just the networking he did throughout the community, I think I just kind of, became influenced by that and seeing that and growing up in a world where I had somebody that was just constantly creating amazing events and helping, and I think I just became passionate through that. And I work in affordable housing as well, so I, specifically have passion for helping low-income families and those who can benefit from organizations like Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
Which is such a such a need when we look at the housing climate, and we won't get political, but just looking at the cost of even rent going up. I mean, it is astronomical. I work with families and seniors all the time that are getting displaced, and it's heartbreaking. And we can't fix everything, but we all have a voice to be able to stand up and say, I want to do something and actually make a difference.
Yeah.
Even if it's giving clothes away or raising money for nonprofits or giving resources out. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I think that's great. And that's what it's about is helping that person just get off the street, right? And the issue is that there's not a lot of options sometimes. Like I've had clients in here that have said, Dave, I'm new to being homeless, and I'm homeless because I can't afford a house.
Yeah.
And that is wild to think about, right? Like, because we have a video of this gentleman who was pretty early in my career here, and his name's Timothy, and he just talked about how it just kind of all spiraled and kept spiraling, and how hard it has been to even try to get out of that, whether it's addiction or drinking or anything, to just have that next step. But part of that, I think, is providing that hope and dignity and treating that person like a human being.
Amen.
And I think that is a step that can help in that, right? And Good Shepherd's a part of that. Housing is a part of that. And just being able to provide that for those people in the community creates a safer mental state, I guess, right? Because I don't think it's something you can just you just say, hey, stop being that, stop being unhoused, stop living on the street. You can't just say that. There has to be resources. There has to be human beings being treated like human beings, because it's easy to treat people not like human beings. I hate to say that, but it's true. It's easy to treat people badly. That's the easy thing to do. It's easy in this crazy California-like traffic that we have in Reno now. It's easy to be angry and frustrated. I'm driving to Carson every week now to go to this micro closet in Carson, which is awesome. And we're serving clients and we're serving people. But there are moments where I'm like, did that person just cut me off and then go slower than
In
the
the Good
speed
Shepherd's
limit?
Clothes Closet truck too. Come on.
I'm like, you cut me off and then drove slower than the speed limit. That's cool, right? And that
Right.
doesn't make me want to be nice to that person and provide hope and dignity to that person, right?
Right.
But we don't know where people are. We really don't. So whether it's housing, whether it's clothes, whether it's a bed to stay warm for a night.
Well, and that's why I'm proud of this organization is we're low barrier. So it doesn't matter if you're an immigrant, someone who's displaced. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, all walks of life. Everybody deserves to be clothed with hope and dignity. Just like the hospice house, everybody deserves to die with dignity. I mean, these are our fellow humans, and regardless of backgrounds or beliefs, we have a great community here, and it's nice to see people come together, but we can do more. And so I'm just so excited to see younger people stepping up and answering that call, because we have to make some changes and start working together and really make a difference for our most vulnerable in society.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, to be able to help those most vulnerable. And if we don't, no one will.
Yeah. And it says a lot about a society, how you treat the most vulnerable. It really does.
I've said this so many times on the show, and I will keep saying it because it matters. The they everyone talks about is you. When you're like, oh, they will fix it. Oh, they'll provide. Oh, they'll donate to Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. Oh, they'll... Who is the they?
Yeah.
Who is they?
And nonprofits really fill that gap, and like we always talk about.
100%.
I mean, really, and that's why we have to collaborate as nonprofits.
Well, yeah, and it's so important, and it's something that is forgotten so much, that something needs to happen. And I get it. I have a baby. I have a wife. I have a house to take care of. I've got people in my life that need help. My dog runs away once in a while. Like, we all have our thing that we have to take care of, right? And so when we have those things, it's really hard to be generous and think about what else I can do, right? Emma, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you have any thoughts?
I mean, I think it's really just coming down to what both of you already said, that, there's only so much that we can do and only so many things that we can say. But at the very least, treat people like they are people. You never know their situation, why they're speeding to cut you off, why they're slowing down. But at the end of the day, just treat people as people, and provide as much as we possibly can, and that'll always change someone's life a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, jumping back to Holland Project stuff and everything. So it looks like even since maybe high school, you've kind of helped with some Holland Project stuff and been around. How did that all start? Why don't you tell us a little bit how your relationship with the Holland Project started?
Yeah. So the Holland Project has this annual youth open mic night, and it's for ages 18 and under. I heard about that in high school, and me and some friends did it, of course, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. But we did it our senior years, so very quickly we realized, we can't do this again. We can't do it next year. We're too old. So, I mean, as much as that sucked, it really made me just start to think about what we have for young adults. And that's kind of where I just really jumped into reaching out and talking about doing an adult open mic night, 18 and up. Primarily. Yeah. And we got, amazing people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so open mic nights.
Yeah, that's how I got involved with Holland, at least. Okay. And they've really helped facilitate many other shows since then, not even open mic oriented. I've had a lot of artists from those open mics reach out to do events, like Thursday night's event.
That's cool.
Wow. It's from an artist that reached out and was like, let's do a folk night. And I was like, yeah, of course.
I love folk.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'm excited. But yeah, that's kind of how that relationship began, and I'm still looking for, other venues and other places to try out different things and, go from there. So
why don't you tell us a little bit about you? I know I know you're pretty early in your career and those kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
But do you have anything you're aspiring to do? Because you're already making a difference in a lot of ways. So, but do you have any vision, passion, dream that you're like, I would love to be that someday?
Yeah, so I'm currently pursuing my degree in law, so I'm getting my legal degree right now. I really would like to become a lawyer. Who knows if I'll actually go to law school, but I really just want to work in housing, working in organizations like Reno Housing Authority and even places like Eddie House, and here, like being, really involved with people directly and how I can help them. But specifically, yeah, civil law is very interesting to me. So really just trying to find a way to build up through Reno, which has a great community base to do so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, the community is very tight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's a great, great small local feel. But with that, and we've talked about this in the show as well in the past, it tends to be an island, which is an issue, but also a benefit, I think. So we tend to be an island, meaning there's not a lot of big cities near here at all, right? Mm-hmm. You have to go 3 hours to get to Sacramento. Then after Sacramento, you can hit a city and a city and a city.
And East Reno, Sparks doesn't count.
But yeah, Reno Sparks, most people know it. They're sister cities. They're right next to each other. And
sorry, Andrea.
I'm sorry.
You met Andrea,
Sparks?
right? Did you meet Andrea out there?
No, I haven't. I did not directly.
Oh,
I think she met you at the poetry night because she told me about you.
She may have.
And she was all excited. She's like, she seems like she's really great. Like, she cares.
Oh, it's amazing.
So she was a huge senior advocate and for housing as well. So you might want to connect with her.
Absolutely.
But we always tease her because she was on the Sparks Council for the Senior Advisory Council. And so she hates when people talk about Sparks like that.
Yeah, well, she's very, very Sparks.
Sparks proud.
She's got it deep in her bones. So, why don't you tell us? So, you want to be in housing. You want to help people in need.
Right.
You're already figuring out ways to help people in need, which is beautiful. While you're going to school and pursuing possibly a law degree someday. So that's a lot of things on your plate already. And family life stuff. Did you want to talk about?
Yeah. I mean, I have a 2-year-old. You know,
That's awesome.
You both know.
Well, I know. I
That is
didn't know how
so
public
good.
you wanted to go with family stuff. Some people like to be more reserved about it, and we respect
No,
that.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's a handful to
It's a
have
lot of
kids.
responsibility, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I want my daughter to be able to say one day about the things that I did. That's important to me. So
Okay.
continuing down that path of being as involved as possible in the community here, especially if she's going to grow up here, is just really important to me. So, yeah.
Yeah. What kind of world do you want your daughter to grow up in? That's a great question. We should all be thinking.
Right.
Our children, right?
Absolutely.
So, and what kind of legacy are we leaving them? Legacy's been something definitely on my mind quite a bit. But we tend to forget it because we, like I said earlier, we get so wrapped up in our everyday. We get so wrapped up in the current emergency. But I was reading a book a few years ago now, and in the book it talks about how if we just hit every single thing that hits us, then we're never going to make real progress, right? Because something's going to hit us, but we can't just keep hitting that thing back. Every single email we get, we can't always answer. So we have to prioritize and figure out, okay, what is the exact thing? What is the best next thing for me to do to make that higher impact? Because that's what some of the greatest leaders in our society, Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, those innovative kind of people that have been in our society, that's what they do. They focus on what moves the needle rather than what's hitting me in that moment, right? And so to really impact change in our society, I really think we need to focus on those things that really matter, like supporting Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet with Strung Out Folk Fest, right? So,
I love that name too. Somebody asked me, what is that all about? I was like, I don't know, but I can't wait to show up.
yeah, I love folk, so that'd be great.
Yeah.
So, with that mindset, what kind of motivates you to be on the journey you're on right now, to pursue schooling, to pursue the concert stuff with the Holland Project, partnering with them? Right. I mean, because you're in a lot of different avenues, and you also have a 2-year-old. So,
Right.
What motivates you in those sectors?
You know what? I don't know. And I think that's okay. I think I just found a passion for something I really care about, and I'm going to see how far it takes me. But really just seeing the impact I have on, the families that I work with in my career and meeting amazing people like you guys, seeing the change you're actually making just drives me to want to be to that point at some time. And
what kind of impact is that? Like, what do you know of a story? You don't have to share a story if there's legal reasons, but is there an impact that you've seen? You're like, wow, that makes a difference. Yeah. I mean, I think even working as an assistant community director last year at an affordable housing property where I was, not really a specific story, but there were several instances where we would have residents that were on the verge of, being evicted, and being able to provide as many resources that I knew about, from anywhere from City of Reno to City of Sparks, all of the things that they're offering in their housing assistance, being able to provide that and help them gain access to those things and kind of turn things around, it meant a lot. And it helped a lot of people that I worked with directly.
I really, when I was 15, my family got evicted. I was living with my mom at the time. And we got evicted, and that was one of the most traumatic things from my childhood. And so, we talk about like with ex-councilman Dare, that waterfall effect. And once families go over that waterfall, it's so much harder to get them out of the hole. So being able to help them stabilize and maintain before that eviction happens, it's critical, and it affects everything. I remember a family that was on hospice, and the grandmother died, and they were living off her Social Security. And so that, of course, stopped. And so the family, the dad and the 3 children, became homeless, and they couldn't stay at the women and children's shelter because he was a man. And, there are so many different gap areas. And so that work is really inspiring, right? I mean, it really makes a huge difference. And that's the baseline of a foundation to just have a decent life. And it affects generations to come. So thank you for that work. It really is important.
Yeah, absolutely. I really think that the idea of just helping someone with that, just staying in their home, staying in a place where they feel welcome, or even just helping someone get a home that's affordable.
Right.
I mean, that's a task in itself right now in Reno.
It is.
It is not cheap.
It's not. It's hard.
And you never know what people are going through. Like you said, it's not our job to judge them because there's so many different circumstances. And you just never know. But I was laughing when he said Steve Jobs because when I was growing up, I knew your dad. And we always used to call him the cool Apple guy because he worked for Apple. I remember he had the cool glasses and the cool haircut.
So funny. Very Apple coded.
Yes.
Apple coded.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. I think we need to do more things like this. So thank you for doing this. I think it's fun. I think it's exciting. I think it's creative and different. So thank you for partnering with Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet and the Holland Project and making this a reality.
And we can get tickets at the door, right? Or online right now?
Yes. Yep. You can go online, Holland Reno, or you can get them right there at the door. It's $7. So
awesome.
Pretty affordable.
that'd be great.
I mean, and you get some great local music. And honestly, it's hard to find quality music sometimes in our small city.
Yeah.
It can be.
And you guys were on a Colo 8 with Katie. Thank you, Katie, for having them on. You guys did a great job and killed it. Are you going to play that during this? Are you going to edit that in?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I think it would be great. So let's,
right there.
Let's go ahead and play that.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and say that again. I'm leaving all of this in. I'm just letting you know. It'll be funny.
Okay.
All right.
The Strung Out Folk Fest takes place this Thursday night at the Holland Project, and we have one of the event's organizers, Emma Ashley, here, as well as Dave McLaughlin from the Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. So thank you both so much for stopping by. Tell us a lot about this event happening Thursday night at the Holland Project. Give us all the details.
Yeah, so the Strung Out Folk Fest is happening Thursday. Like you said, I'm really excited. We have a ton of amazing local artists that are going to come and perform. We've done a lot of events at Holland Project, so I'm really excited to work with them again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I first heard about Dave's Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet because my grandmother donates to there a lot, and she brought it up to me in passing, and I'm looking for more organizations that can be, the benefit of some of these amazing events we're putting together. So I met Dave through there, and it's been great.
It's been great. See, that's one of the things I love about our community, David. I know working in nonprofits, you can probably attest to that, is how generous our community is. That I don't think I've ever been to an event that's just like, hey, come and be entertained. There's always that philanthropic component to it because our community wants to give back. And I know it's great to have the community support behind you guys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, $7 at the doors, and it's going to be a great show. Lots of local artists, and we really do need support. I mean, as a nonprofit, this is how we keep our lights on and move the needle forwards.
Yeah, and I know what you guys do is constantly changing and evolving because the need is so great. So tell us a little bit about where you guys are at now and what are some of the big projects you're working on.
Well, our micro closet expansion project has been growing. We just opened and did a ribbon cutting in Carson City for a micro closet down there. Wow. And so we're getting a lot of clothes and we're distributing a lot of clothes. Our partnership with CARES Campus and the Go Bag program has been great, and all the different things. You can learn it all online at getclothes.org, but we are really trying our best to distribute people's clothing. I mean, this is a loved one that passed away that we're distributing these clothing. to people in need, right?
Yeah.
So it's awesome to have that privilege, that honor, to be able to do that and help those people in need.
Absolutely. And one of the things that makes you guys unique is that you guys aren't just a thrift store where people come and shop and buy. You guys have like the stores that allow people to come and pick things up for free, which is huge, and not letting cost be a barrier to them, getting clothes that can make them feel good and confident about themselves and hopefully be on that path towards changing their circumstances. And of course, if you guys want to support Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, you can do so by having some fun with the Strung Out Folk Fest. Who are some of the artists that'll be performing?
Yeah, so Caleb Payne, which is actually the co-organizer for the event.
Okay.
And then we also have JD McCraw, which is going to be good. Ribcage. We have a lot of really amazing artists. Zoe Simpson. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and kind of like that folk kind of a style.
All folk artists, all have a great base. They're all really excited and really talented. So.
Okay, I love it. And so tickets will be sold at the door or in advance?
Both. Yep,
Both?
You can go them on Holland Reno website, or you can also just buy them at the door.
Perfect. Sounds great. Well, Emma, Ashley, and Dave, thank you both so much for being here. Did we miss anything? Is there anything else you guys wanted to add?
I think we're good.
No, we're really appreciative. Thank you so much for having us
Absolutely.
here. And yeah, come on out and support giving away hope and dignity to those in need with free clothes.
Yeah, that's one of the things I do love about your organization too, is that really the emphasis on that tagline, hope and dignity and stuff, because it is something that a lot of people talk about wanting to do, but the way you guys do it really makes the barrier disappear. And I think that is really, really important. So thank you, Dave, and thank you, Emma, for seeing the need that they have and wanting to do something about it. We appreciate both of you guys.
Yeah, no, it was a great time with Katie. Thank you so much, Katie, for just having us on. She's always so nice. We have an open invitation.
She's so good and professional. She's one of the best. Like, she makes it feel so natural.
She's amazing.
She is amazing.
Yeah, she was.
It's fun to just talk with her, and and she was telling me about motherhood, and because her baby is pretty young too.
Yeah.
So big things coming. We're definitely going to do more things like this in the future. Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet only exists because of supporters like you that are watching and listening to this show right now. So thank you guys for supporting us and helping us grow and move the needle, like we talked about earlier, right? That needle. What is the next best thing that will move that needle forwards so we're able to drive real change and impact in our community. All right. Well, that brings us to pretty close to the end of the show. Anything would you like to add? Is there any final thoughts, Chaz?
No, just I'm excited for your PPS final sentence that you
my
always do.
PBS,
your
catchphrase.
exiting catchphrase.
I want to change it, I think.
We got you a little lapel pin, by the way, and pin. So thank you for being such a good supporter.
Yeah. Pin and pin.
Pin and
Pin
pin.
and pin.
Pen and pen.
Spelled differently.
Yeah. Sound the same. Do you say them the same way?
Pen and pin.
Yeah.
I'm just so sad that my hearts aren't working or my fireworks.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta fix that.
I'll figure it out. Figure it out. We know Apple people, so I should figure it out with them.
You do.
Definitely come out to the show. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's very inexpensive, but supports Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet and gets lots of local musicians together. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, Emma. All right. Is there anywhere you wanted to plug? Maybe your Instagram or those kinds of things?
Yeah, my Instagram is just my name. It's Emma Ashley. I really post all the shows on there, but obviously any local venues will be posting any shows upcoming as well. And Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet usually does too. So yeah, I'm just really excited. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a good time. Definitely make sure to check us out if you want to learn more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. Visit getclothes.org.
Such a great website name, by the way, or URL, excuse me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That you can find all the information there, and you can learn more about why we do what we do and what we're doing in the community, including this upcoming show. So, thank you guys for watching and donating and being a part of this journey with us every single week. We help over 800 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you next week. Thanks for being here, Emma.
Bye.